Madmic here in the Pine River again. We've got about 15 to 20 knots of easterly winds today. Not real nice out the front here, so we want to try and shelter ourselves from this easterly wind. So I'm going to head down the river a bit. The bridge, the highway bridge, that might be a little bit rough there as well. It's all open. The wind can just blow straight down that little passage there towards the bridge. On the other side of the bridge, it might not be too bad. I don't know. We'll see what we can find. Let's go and have a look-see. This is exactly the sort of spot that we're looking for. This is exactly the sort of spot that we're looking for. We've got some shelter from these trees here, and you can see that the water's it's almost glassed out here. Whereas to the right, you see that it's all still disturbed. It's not rough like it is towards the front of Dole's Rocks still, but if we can find somewhere like this, I'd stay here, but there's already a guy fishing here, so we'll go and find our own spot. There's plenty of spots here to catch fish in the pine, so let's go find one. Of all the times I've taken a video or a picture of fish with this bridge in the background in the same spot, and there's never anyone here. It's a great spot. It's been really productive for me. So today I'm going to show you exactly what I do. We'll start right now. We don't need that. I'm going to put my electric down. If you don't have an electric, you could anchor up, or you could just drift. Right now the electric's down, so I don't even really need it by the looks of it. I seem to be just holding here. Right. Well, I do kind of need it because it's not blowing me. I do kind of need it because it's not exactly keeping me in exactly the right spot. So what I like to do is you've got first pylon of the bridge, second pylon. I like to line myself up with either of those two pylons. The tide is coming out at the moment, so the tide is going that way. What I'll do is I'll line myself up with either of those two pylons and cast into the middle section here, between the pylons. If I'm on that pylon, I'll cast over towards this one. If I'm on this pylon, I'll cast over towards that one. Okay? Because in the middle of them is the deepest part of the channel that runs through here. Bit of a fish highway, so you can catch anything in there, from brim, flathead, cod, jew, GTs, well, yeah, a couple of other different species of trevally, Moses perch, just about anything. If it comes through the river at some stage, it'll come through there, you know. Let's get ourselves to the spot. I'm going to line myself up with this second pylon first up. I'll try and just hover here for a second. And what I've got here, this is a 1/8 of an ounce jig head. So it's probably not going to work for too long. The current's going to come up because the tide's only just started moving. But I'll try it out, I'll see how it goes. And on that, I've got a dirty worm ribfish, just to show you that it's not only leprechaun that catches the fish. It's more about what you do with the lure than the colour itself, although the colour can play a part, but it's not everything. All right. pylon, and I'm going to let the current do most of the work for me. I'm going to let the current bring the lure around. It's quite often when the current is bringing it around for you, that's when a fish will hit it. Not every time, but often. So we'll see what happens. It's going to take a little bit longer to get to the bottom because I'm only using that 1/8 of an ounce jig head. And it's about 5 meters there. Hop, hop, it's just hit the bottom. Hop, hop. On the bottom again. Little hops, little hops. So I only want to move, show you my rod tip. Hop, hop. That's pretty much all I do. Hop, hop. Hop, hop. I think I'm going to have to bump it up to a 1/4 ounce already. One off. It's the 1/8 of an ounce. Take it off there. This is my 1/4 of an ounce. There. Just put it straight on that. There we go. Off one onto another one. Too easy. Moved over a bit, so I'll just reposition us. Not the best of conditions here today, so we'll see how we go. We might end up having to go over the other side of the bridge, but you never know unless you have a go. Strike zone a little bit longer. Now try the other side. Up there, up the current again. Let it hit the bottom, and then we're just doing small hops. 1/4 of an ounce jig head. I'm in 6 meters of water. Hop, hop. A little one on the Ribbedfish, dirty worm colour. Took a while in these conditions today, but it's only a little tacker, maybe 30 centimetres, just over 30. Okay. So also when you're fishing, you don't want to keep your rod up on a high angle like this. You want to keep it down there. So when a fish bites, you can strike. And you get a good effective strike on it. If your rod's up here and you strike, you end up what they call high sticking, and you end up trying to catch up with yourself. And if the fish decides to swim with you, then you can get in all sorts of trouble. You can lose fish like that. I've seen it. Loosening that a bit because I can actually feel the leader running on his raspy teeth. Decent one. Holy shit! Oh my god! You just wait till you see this thing. This is a monster of a flatty. My lure's just popped out. That's it, the Madmic Ribbedfish in dirty worm colour. Oh, Jesus. Look at the size of this thing. Look at that. Now that's a flatty. There you go. On the brag mat, she is. Look at that. That's a monster of a flatty. 78 centimeters. That's a big one. Look how fat she is too. Now that's a fat fish. That's a beautiful fish. All right, well, sorry about that. Got a bit excited. So here's the lure that got that done. Madmic ribbed fish in dirty worm colour. See that leader's pretty scuffed up. That is Sunline, 10 pound Sunline leader. I'm really impressed with that. So there you go. One small problem, wasn't without tragedy. Broke my rod. Broke my rod when I put it down in the excitement. But anyway, I've got another one here, so I'll keep going. I'll swap it over and yeah, keep it going. See if we can get something else here. Right, I'm still buzzing. It's tragic about my rod. I'll have to see if I've got another one at home. Might have another end piece at home. So big, but legal size. Take it over and give it to the ladies. You like it? Take it over and give it to the ladies over here. They've been fishing, I haven't seen them caught anything. There you go. She's from Burma. What a lovely lady. I think she's happy. So what I'm doing is I'm just pumping my lure up current in the channel and just bringing it back. And you can see that that's, well, pretty successful today. We've got a big flatty, a couple of little ones now, that one really quickly after the big one. So this is the Pine Rivers Highway Bridge. It's going easterly at about 20 knots, maybe 15, maybe it's dropped down a little bit. This is how I fish. Madmic rib lures, rib fish in this case, dirty worm colour.